The patch 5 for Rematch is out, and right now I'm on the beta test on Steam. Listen, there's not a lot of changes for patch 5, so there's not going to be a lot to go over. But I'll still go over the things that they're planning to do. So the first thing for patch 5 is that they're trying to, nerf missile meta again, because it's been like... It's just been all over the game. It's pretty much all the game is right now. There's not much else going on since, all the dribbling was nerfed, the movement was nerfed. Like, the game is very slow right now. So a lot of people, what they just do is they missile. And, well, now they're trying to nerf missile meta. So pretty much what the change is about the missile meta is that the height of which you can do a bicycle kick is going to be reduced so that it's easier to block a shot as a defender. So let's say someone missiles, I go behind the player and I just jump like this. There's gonna be a higher chance for me to block the ball, since they're not gonna kick the ball from that far up anymore. It's only a 0.15 meter difference, so it might not change much, but it's still a start. But the second thing is that in the patch note they said that now the nearest person to the ball should win the prio. I tested this a little bit. The thing is, it's hard to test with people in a custom game, because when you get in an online game, it's going to be different, like the ping and everything else. Yeah, so it was hard to test, but I could tell that if, let's say, I was in between the attacker and the receiver of the pass, or well, of the missile, it was easier to get rid of the ball by pressing the shoot button. But I didn't see much of a difference if I would just try to head the ball away. So yeah, listen, we'll see. They said they nerfed missile in the past and it didn't do much, so we'll have to see and wait for the patch itself to see, the difference for that. They also nerfed the outfield dives a little bit, so now you won't be able to spam them as much. Like, there's a bigger delay between two dives, which I think is fine, because before you could just spam. And also, like, the animation is like worse when you're lower on stam. So the blocks are gonna be just worse if you're low on stam. But yeah, I think it's fine. Like, people would just spam jump and stuff like that before. So I think it's a good change. But yeah, like I said, we'll have to see what it does in game when the patch is out. This is when we're gonna know if it's an actual good change or not. But I think on paper it's good. And yeah, that was like pretty much all the gameplay changes for this patch. Also, there's one more thing that they said they fixed, but that isn't fixed in the beta. When you sprint and you go into defensive mode, you glide a lot, right? And they said they patched that for the patch 5, but it's still there. So yeah, I'm not, like, I don't know, because obviously it's not supposed to be in the game if they said they fixed it, but it's still in the game. So yeah, there's still a problem with that, which is it's very annoying, by the way. This gliding stuff that's been happening since patch 3 is very bad. I've said this before in other videos, but not having like actual control over your movement sometimes because you're gliding, it's very, very bad. And I just wish we could go back to patch 2, because defensively, patch 2, the movement was super sharp. Like, it would always, like this, sometimes it would like just stop right away, but now it's just still glides sometimes. I don't know why it still glides, but it's not like always that it does it. So yeah, there's a big problem in that with the defensive stance, and hopefully one day it actually gets fixed, because it's bad to not have any control over the movement that you do. But yeah, apart from that, from this patch, like gameplay wise, there's really not a whole lot. I mean, they fixed a bunch of issues, concerning keepers, tackles, and all that stuff, issues that were already in the game. But yeah, we'll just have to see how it pans out. I'm sure listen, every patch has been more bugs coming in, so I'm sure it will create more bugs somehow. But they did actually finally fix the crosshair, which is good, because I was really tired of having a big ass crosshair. But yeah, that's something that's been fixed that I know of. Now, for the second thing that's coming in, it's the new matchmaking system. So as you know right now, the rank system is a big, just kind of joke. It's very easy to just, you know, reach the highest rank. You just pretty much just have to play a lot of games. Even if you struggle at rematch, you could play a lot of games and still reach elite without, you know, without any problems, because there's no demotions, there's nothing right now. But in the next patch, there will be demotions. So let's say you're silver with 0 points, right? And you lose 2 games in a row. Well, then that means you're going to be able to derank to bronze. And that's going to be like that with every rank tier in the game. So that's a very good thing. Like, we needed demotions. Like, it's not normal that you couldn't demote. But that's a good thing for the matchmaking. Another thing that's coming with ranked is that there's now going to be dynamic ranking. So let's say you have a high MMR, but your rank doesn't deflect that MMR. Well, you're going to win more points than usual. So it's not going to be like win 20 points, lose 20 points every game anymore. So if you have IMMR but your rank doesn't reflect that, you will win more points. But it also works the other way around. So if you have a high rank but your MMR doesn't reflect that and it's lower, then you're going to gain less RP when you win a game. So it's going to be harder for you to rank up. And yeah, that's something they said they would pay attention to, because I mean, nobody knows how that's really gonna work. We'll have to I guess we'll have to wait and see, because in the beta you can't really test that. So yeah, we'll have to wait for the patch 5. I think it's the 22nd. They said they would try to patch the game, so in 3 days hopefully we have patch 5, because right now, I mean, right now the content is just it's getting stale a little bit. And you know, hopefully all the ranking system changes and the prio stuff helps. One thing they also said in the dev update that's not exactly related to this patch, but more in overall next patches, is that they're looking for ways to like increase the depth of mechanics within the game to have a bigger skill expression. Because right now, you know, there's not much skill expression, not at all. So they said they're going to be looking at ways to up the skill a little bit. And also there's 2 game modes that are going to come in the future, right? One of them is going to come in November. It's called Fireball. No one knows what it is yet. And there's also going to be a 1v1 game mode, which is going to be in December. I know 1v1 rematch doesn't sound right to me. But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll have to see. And Fireball could be nice, but we have, like I said, we have no idea what it is now. And yeah, we'll have to wait for November. But yeah, that's about it for patch 5, honestly. There's just a lot, to be honest, there's a lot of fixes. There's not really new gameplay stuff except the prio and just the new ranking system and how it's going to work. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.